I'm not looking forward to fitting the tripod and the lighting and the me in this little zone right here to film. Lately, I have been attempting to organize different areas of the kitchen. I bought many a basket / shelf product to make things, you know, more efficient. Before, the pantry and the fridge were just like a lot of things thrown in there, all piled on top of each other. And while that's fine, if you're into that, it was really bothering me. And so I made it somewhat better. I'm still working on it. In a week or so, I might realize that I actually hate it a lot and completely rearrange it. But for now, this is how it is. Let's go through my pantry and fridge and talk about what's in there and why. Starting with the pantry, which is quite small. I did not realize at first until we actually started like grocery shopping and putting everything in it. Up top, we have this giant can rack thing. This is the only spot that I could actually fit it in the entire kitchen. I didn't realize when we moved in that like all the shelves are short, but it's really nice. It fits a lot of cans on it. It's like semi-organized. We have tomato-based goods up here. 2 little tomato pastes. Wow, this is a struggle. We also have some diced tomatoes. I feel like it's good to always have like some tomato products because you can make so many things with them. You know, pasta sauce, pizza sauce, curries, soups. In the middle is like various things that I haven't been using. I have some jackfruit that I bought from Trader Joe's a while back that I haven't used yet. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about jackfruit. I just saw jackfruit and I got excited and I was like, yeah, jackfruit, that's like a thing, right? But then when I actually think about it, it's like, do I want to make jackfruit? Like, I don't love how it has absolutely no protein. It has 0 grams protein. Like, no one talks about this. Why aren't we talking about this? To put it together and like cook it and season it and all that for a meal when it like it's not an actual protein ingredient. But I guess I do like it in like Mexican food when you can easily have like a side of beans with it, you know, so you can still get that protein and also the meat-like product. I should do that. Jackfruit tacos. Or why didn't I think of that? I've been wanting to make like burrito bowls again, like copycat Chipotle bowls. I could use this for meat and then also put beans in it. This is just turning into like one of those videos where I just like decide what I'm gonna eat for the week. We also have coconut milk. Coconut milk and coconut cream, which I don't fully understand the difference between them. Like when you put this in the fridge and then the top of it separates from the liquid and the solid part is the coconut cream, so then this is just like just that, right? Always like to have that in stock. Smoothies, desserts, you can make whipped cream with the coconut cream part. I have a milk frother now. It came with a little like whisk attachment, so I wanted that seems fun. I watch so many of those home cafe videos. Like half my Instagram discovery page is just like home cafe videos. And I always see them making little like cold foams and whipped cream topping, and I love it so much. I really want to make a home cafe video. And it's also good as like an emergency milk situation. If you like are out of milk and you want to make a smoothie, you can use some of that. You wouldn't use like the same amount that you would use of regular soy milk or whatever, but I would use like a little bit of canned coconut milk and then like some water or whatever to like even it out. Anyways, then we have like various vegetables. Olives are fruit, right? Actually, baby corn. I keep forgetting about it, but then I see it and I get excited and then I forget about it again. Chicken vegetable stir fry. Oh, I had a couple people in the comments of one of my last videos telling me I should do a video where I just eat things that I found the recipe for on the back of the product, you know? I really like that idea and I would love to do that someday. Not soon. Someday. I also have olives for pizzas. It's the only time I ever like eat olives. We have a lot of beans, okay? Oh, I should let's make it so that there's a bean shelf. You know what I mean? Oh, black beans, garbanzo beans, pinto beans, bean shelf. That's what that is. These are some soups. Those are actually my roommates. More soup. Let's make a soup area. Soup. And now, what shall go here? I don't know. Comment down below what I should buy, what this section should be. Next shelf, look at that. We have our sponsor for this video. Wow, this is such an attractive angle of me. Thank you so much to Verb Energy for sponsoring this video. I was quite intrigued when they offered to sponsor a video because I don't think I've ever had like a caffeinated bar before. They're cute little bars. They're only 90 calories. They're also pretty low in sugar. They're gluten-free and obviously vegan.
The bars contain caffeine from organic green tea, and each bar has the same amount of caffeine as an espresso.
So I asked them if they would send me some product before I like agreed to move further with the sponsorship. I really liked all of the flavors that I tried from them. They actually tasted like what they were. Like the vanilla latte one actually tastes like a vanilla latte. Like you can detect that specific experience from the bar. Sometimes you just want caffeine, but you don't want a cup of coffee or a cup of tea for whatever reason. When I was like actually leaving the house and going to school back in the day, you know, back in the good old days, I would sometimes be going to school and I'd have a cup of iced coffee, my water bottle, and then I would have also a bottle with like my breakfast smoothie in it. And I would just feel ridiculous and also like have to pee a lot. So like in that scenario, I would have really appreciated these like when I was in college. Maybe you're a 2-3 cup of coffee person, but you want to, you know, reduce some of that. So you want like something to switch it up, a solid form of caffeine.
The best part is definitely that Verb has a trial pack of their top 4 flavors for just the cost of shipping. So you really can't just ignore whatever I said and try them for yourself for only 95 cents if you're one of the first 1,000 people to use my link below.
So yeah, pretty excited that I've now filmed this and I can now eat as many of these as I want. We have some steel cut oats that I regret buying. I'm not really a fan of them. I was trying to do something different. And I regret it now, but they're okay. They're not horrible. Quick oats. This is the real deal, guys. People will tell you that they're trash. It might be true, but I don't agree. It might be true, but I don't agree. Chipotle turkey meatball appetizers. Imagine me in a video making those. I really don't want to, but like that's interesting. I love oats. Oats are so easy. It's such an easy breakfast. It's getting warmer now, so maybe that was a bad idea to buy such a big thing of it, but you can also make cookies with these, and then they're like softer oatmeal cookies. Regular oats back there, non-quick oats that I keep forgetting about. I really want to make granola with them. I never buy granola because it tends to be expensive, and it also seems kind of pointless because like granola is supposed to be like a healthy thing, but then there's always like all this added sugar and stuff. I'm also scared of the oven. We could do it in the air fryer. Ooh. Yeah, so that's the oatmeal section, obviously. Then I have some expired cacao powder that I've had for a long time that everyone told me is fine though, so I will continue to eat it. I use it for smoothies and basically anything that you want it to taste chocolatey, but then you also have to add like a certain amount of sweetener too, so typically I just use it for smoothies because smoothies are already sweet from bananas and whatnot. We have this cute little, I bought like a 6-pack or 4-pack, I don't remember, of these little basket things. I love them. They're so nice. And I love that they're clear so you can easily see, you know, what's in there. Anyways, this is like health food kind of things, or I don't know, they're just bags of things that are similar size. Some spirulina powder that I actually bought for a video that I never ended up posting because I am, bad at YouTube. I didn't realize that blue spirulina was a thing that's different than this. So you can't make anything blue with that, unfortunately. I didn't realize there was multiple types of spirulina. We also have 2 kinds of matcha, although we realized that this matcha is not as good as this one. I've heard that there's like latte matcha and ceremonial matcha and whatever the other one is, and I don't know what either ones of these are, but I really recommend this one. This is like really good in my opinion for like making little matcha drinks. But this one, maybe we would use it just for like baking and stuff like that. It's not as good for some reason. It's a duller color. This one seems more vivid, less like grayish. I don't know, what does this mean? We're the matcha experts. Let me know what this means. I also have some goji berries that I bought for a video a long time ago and was like, ugh, I don't like them, blah, 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 complain. And then a lot of people left me comments about other things that they're used for rather than just like the typical like vegan health food way of like sprinkling them on things. I have now learned that in China especially, they make like goji berry tea, put goji berries in like soups and stuff, which makes a lot more sense because once it's in like a hot liquid, it like gets easier to eat, less like tough and chewy. I feel like goji berry tea could be cute in my cottagecore video coming up sometime soon. We could pretend that I foraged these goji berries. These are from my avatar video. I realized I don't really love prunes. I think I would enjoy them maybe cut up really small into like, I don't know, like cookies, like oatmeal raisin cookies, but oatmeal prune cookies. That sounds really depressing now that I say it out loud. But I could put them in like the homemade granola or something. Right? Like you wouldn't tell the difference between this and like raisins, I feel like. Also moringa that I bought for a video that I didn't ever post. But it's another like superfood thing. I don't know. Tell me if it's like bullshit or not, because I don't know these things, but... And then behind the energy bars, I have all my, like, backup pantry milks. I just went grocery shopping yesterday to Grocery Outlet and Food Max. Whenever I go to Grocery Outlet, I try to get several, like, pantry milks and just, like, keep a good amount of stock of those. I really, really, really hate running out of milk. That's, like, the main thing that I really hate to run out of, because it just sucks. Then I can't, like, I can't make matcha, I can't have cereal, I can't have oatmeal, I can't have smoothies, a lot of things without milk, you know, I need that milk. So if you can find somewhere where you can get them really cheap, like at Grocery Outlet, I can find all these different milks for like $1 or like $1.99. So I just go crazy. Oat Dream, unsweetened, and some Oat Dream vanilla sweetened. You got options. I also have this Minor Figures oat milk, which I've been seeing is like kind of trendy lately. I feel like it's the new like Oatly, especially since like Oatly, you know, has some shit going on right now. I also have some Ultra Soy. Basically whatever is like a good deal that I can find, but I tend to stick with oat milk and soy milk. I prefer soy milk, but I know oat milk is also like the most environmentally friendly option from what I know. And also I just realized that I didn't even talk about these cereals. Although I already did in one of my previous videos, if they're still the same cereals. We got some bran flakes and some rice squares. I know that sounds boring, and it kind of is, but I add things to them, you know? Like I said in the other video, if I buy cereals that I like too much, then I will literally eat them several times a day, every day, until they're gone. Next shelf. Can we... Now we are at, I don't know what to call this. This is kind of just like my roommate's section. She eats a lot of bars. If you want to open a discourse about vegans eating oysters down below, feel free. I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I'll try to answer some comments about it. This basket, I'm not completely sure how I feel about these things because they're a little bit like slidey and wobbly and stuff. Thought about like taping it down or something. It hasn't annoyed me too much yet, but we'll see. This is all our pastas and noodles that are like partially eaten, like the open ones, so that we know that they're open and we don't like buy more pasta or open more pasta before using these first. And so we avoid things like these where we have 2 things of macaroni opened. So definitely we'll be making some mac and cheese soon. I just kind of elevated them, so to say. And then I have some rice right here and then some other pasta that's unopened, spaghetti and banza pasta. We try to have a variety of rice for different things. So we have, this is both jasmine rice, and then down here I have basmati rice. Usually we would also have cal roast rice, but I don't know why so many stores don't sell cal roast rice, but we just haven't bought it in a while. But that rice is like good for anything that you want like short grain rice for, you know, or like sushi or anything like that. And then back there I have some corn grits / polenta that I need to use for something. I really want to use different grains more often, like switch it up. So I have that I want to start using more. I want to try like, I don't know, like bulgur and barley and stuff like that. I should get some of that for the cottagecore video also. Just a thought. Further down, we have a basket that I put like sweet things in, dessert things and sweet snacks, things of that sort. Down here I have a basket of like chips and stuff like that, like salty snacks. And I really wanted to have a shelf of snacks, right? That would have so satisfied me and my like craving to be an organization queen. Imagine it, a shelf with 2 baskets, one for savory and one for sweet snacks. The snack shelf, and I couldn't fit them both on one shelf because it's so tiny in here. It's fine, I'm over it. These 2 things I bought from Grocery Outlet the other day. I would definitely recommend them if you can find them. I love these cookies. They're a little different or disappointing if you're not having the right expectations because they are like gluten-free and they're like allergy-friendly cookies, so they have like kind of a different texture, but I love them. Also these chocolate truffles that I've showed in a video before, these are really good. If you can find these, they're $5, which seems expensive, but I guess for truffles it's not really. We got some dates, some coconut for like baking and such that I have not opened yet and I probably should get to. Chocolate chips that are unopened. Waffle cones still from the Avatar video that I have not used but just been like snacking on every once in a while. I also have some marshmallows and hot chocolate at the bottom because I've rekindled my childhood love for hot chocolate. I really want to make my own hot chocolate mix, you know, I'm sure it's like super easy and I know I can do it, but this was a gift from my mom. But once I finish it, then I will start making my own hot chocolate. cottagecore. Anyways, and I just put some random like chip clips on here so I don't lose them. I have an unusual abundance of chips right now. So this is not typically how it is. We got potato chips. We got veggie straws, both jalapeno flavored and non-flavored. The jalapeno veggie straws, hold on a minute. Jalapeno veggie straws, also if you can get the sriracha veggie straws, they're so good. Also have some popping corn, which I really want to be better at popping my corns myself, you know what I mean? Once it gets back to the time when I can actually buy things in bulk again, I'd love to make it a habit of like having my main snack be popcorn and making it myself so I can like reduce some plastic waste. But right now, that's what I'm doing. Back here, we have just some like various things that I don't know where else to put them. Cooking ingredients and stuff. Panko crumbs. I got some dried shiitake mushrooms back there. And just my like seaweed products. I have this seaweed from my avatar video. And also some nori for eventually having a sushi dinner night. I also have some kebab sticks back there that I haven't used for anything except for holding a plant up. And also some Zevia. That's almost out. I love this stuff. I know it's controversial. A lot of people do not like stevia. I really feel like this hits, but maybe you have to get used to it a little bit first. And it also depends on the flavor that you buy. Next is the freezer. I don't want to take too long, so I need to start talking fast so that I don't have the freezer open for too long. But anyways, we got some frozen veggies here. Nice to keep for emergencies where you are out of vegetables, but you want to eat vegetables. We have some frozen fruit that I like to use for smoothies. Frozen cherries, frozen blueberries, and dragon fruit. We have some boxed store-bought things here. That's how I'm gonna explain that. The other half of the puff pastries that I used for the egg custard tarts that I ruined. Also have some crispy vegetable pouches from Trader Joe's. Those are pretty good. I've been eating them in the air fryer when I eat emergency food and don't have any food to eat. Also have some ice trays. Is it gross? Someone let me know how you feel about this. Is it gross to have these like underneath something else in case like little flakes from the above things fall into here? What can I put over them? What are the tips? Why don't all ice cube trays come with a lid? Why do they sell so many without lids? I don't understand. Some frozen celery. I only really use celery for soups, so when I had celery, I cut it up really small and froze it for soups in the future because I hate watching celery go bad because I don't use it for much else. Flaxseed that I use literally only for eggs and cookies. I also have some frozen cut up apple. I will throw it in like oatmeal to microwave or whatever when I don't have any other fruit to use. Some other fruits that don't fit up there and that I need to like put in front so I remember to use them. Cause like this is frostbitten. It was frostbitten like when I bought it, which I don't understand. And then I have a bunch of frozen banana back there. When I have a lot of like really ripe bananas, I'll freeze them all and then I just have them for a long time after that for smoothies and like nice cream. I guess you could also make banana bread with them if you ever just like had a craving for banana bread. You don't have to wait for ripe bananas. I also have this baby birthday cake flavored vodka that was a gift one time like many years ago that I just don't know what to do with. I should probably just throw it back one day when I feel like bored with life or something. Do you have any suggestions? This is mainly Casey's pad thai. She really likes pad thai. It just reminds me of like GT Dave when he opens up his fridge and it's just like all GT Dave kombucha. It's just like all like pad thai. Also, I just want to say these are like bomb. Just bomb. I don't know what else I was gonna say there. I think they changed their packaging, but they're so good. This ice cream was literally $1.49 from Grocery Outlet. If you have a grocery outlet near you, you need to check it out like now, like yesterday, okay? See what they have. Maybe you'll find nothing. Maybe you'll find vegan ice cream for $1.49. This line of oat milk ice cream is always there at Grocery Outlet on sale. Probably because no one wants to buy it because they made these weird, super like quirky, unique flavors. But they're all good that I've tried. Like I actually like them. It's just like no one wants to buy them because then they see like cookie dough, caramel, coffee, and they're like, oh. And also some failed cheesecake things that I made that we don't need to talk about. yesterday I did some slight rearranging of the shelves in the fridge, and I put this one up slightly higher, and I've been wanting to like rearrange it so that the top shelf is like leftovers and stuff, like things that we need to like go through soon, you know? You can see it really well, and it's like the first thing that you see, so you're like, you know exactly what you need to pay attention to soon, you know? I don't know, we'll see how I like it. I might end up changing everything in a week, but so far it's pretty cool. Just have like leftover rice and some like cut up lemons and limes and like fake meat, some hummus that probably needs to be eaten soon. I have this caramel sauce that I made that is so good. I will link the recipe below if anyone actually cares. It's like so irrelevant to this video topic. I dip apples in it and then put cinnamon on top of them and then also peanut butter, or I will like drizzle it on those like really plain cereals that I have when I actually do crave like a sweet like sugary cereal. That shit's good. I also put one of these little hanging shelf things in here. Still very wobbly. Fridge like kind of closes on it when you shut the door, so when you open it you can see it like wobbling. It's not like super bothersome or anything, so I'm kind of just like dealing with it, but should I worry about it? I don't know. But I just put like bread products in here for now so that we don't lose it. I don't know. You guys lose your bread? We like always have sourdough, like literally always have sourdough. It's the best bread. I probably should learn how to make sourdough, but is it worth it? Let me know down in the comments if it's worth it to make your own sourdough. Because I see people like making sourdough and I'm like, that's so fun. And then I also see people making sourdough and I'm like, that's so much work. But cottagecore. Now we are at the middle shelf. Very exciting. And here we have the water. We got some tahini. The best stuff. Where am I pointing? I don't know, this is really confusing. Love it for making tahini sauce. That's pretty much all I do with it, but I do love tahini sauce for salads and whatnot. Some almond butter. That's actually Casey's, but she lets me eat it sometimes. And almond butter is good. Like, I forget about almond butter because I'm such a peanut butter girl. But almond butter is like really good, but it's more expensive. That's why I try to forget that it's good. I think that's why I like repress that memory. Garlic. The fuck? Why can't I figure this out? We have some miso paste for just cooking, you know, umami and whatnot. I have some maple syrup. This is from Aldi. Good deal. Go to Aldi if you have an Aldi. Then I put another one of these clear baskets in here to put like smaller items in. The theme of this one is like baking things. So I have like one stick of butter and then like some partial bags of white chocolate and chocolate chips. And then I also have some cream cheeses. I bought cream cheese when we went to Trader Joe's because I was like, I don't know when we're gonna go to Trader Joe's again. And they have the best deal on vegan cream cheese. And I also like their cream cheese better than certain other ones. So I bought 2. Was it a mistake? I hope not. When does it expire? July 5th, 21. Oh yeah, we're fine. So whenever I want to make cheesecake, I'm prepared now. Here we have a drawer that we put like fake meats and cheese in. Casey likes to eat a lot of like deli slices, those like tofurkey slices. They're pretty good. I also have some extra firm tofu for whenever the moment strikes. Also, I haven't tried this smoked provolone cheese yet. I need to try it. I used to get provolone on my Subway sandwiches when I was a child. Maybe it'll bring back memories. Maybe I'll have a ratatouille moment with this. I also have some Trader Joe's brand mozzarella style dairy-free cheese that I have not tried in a long time. And I think they might have changed their recipe since then, so I'm intrigued to try it. The last one had a very sticky mouthfeel, so I'm hoping that this one does not have so much of that, but we will see. I guess I'm trying to make this the greens section, you know? We have some baby kale and also some baby spinach in there. We have some blueberries. I have frozen blueberries, but I also sometimes like to buy like fresh berries if it's like a decent deal, you know, but usually it's not, so usually I don't buy them. Some dates that I've had for way too long that I really need to use, but then I never use them. What I really need to do is cut them up into really small pieces, put them in a jar, and just sprinkle them onto anything, like onto cereal, into a cookie, into smoothies, whatever, because like this, they're just, I gotta pick them and everything, and I never feel like it. That's the secret to everything. It's just like prepping it for yourself for later. That's the only way you use anything, because we're all lazy. Way down at the bottom, we have the produce. I actually don't have that much produce right now. Usually I feel like when I go to grocery shopping, I buy more, but I don't know what was holding me back this time. But I did get some broccoli, lots of broccoli, love broccoli. We have some snap peas that I put in this jar because the bag kind of like ripped open and they were all just like falling everywhere, so I put them in a jar. And then I also have baby carrots, Casey tends to eat a lot of baby carrots, and then I also have like a bunch of regular carrots for cooking and whatnot. Maybe it would be a good thing to like pre-peel all of them so they're all peeled and ready and it's all, you know. I always tell myself that I should do that and then I never do that. Then on this side, I literally just have cauliflower, half of an eggplant, or less than half. Looks really gross over here. Everything looks kind of sad over here. So, sorry. I'm trying to put things in like little cups or jars or whatever, even if it's just like open in it, just so that it's not like rolling around and making things messier, you know? It also just like looks nicer, I don't know. Or does it? Maybe it looks weird. Anyways, that's that. Over here we have the milks and creamers area. This is the soy milk and the oat milk that I was talking about. This is delicious, love this, love her, queen. This is my favorite milk right here. Silk slays. I said it. This specific soy milk and also the silk oat, yeah, top tier, god tier, S tier milks, in my humble opinion. This is almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, that's Casey's. I also bought 2 creamers from Grocery Outlet because they were really cheap because they were expiring soon. One of them literally expired yesterday, but I'm still drinking it. I think that's fine. But this one doesn't expire till, wow, I don't know. Down here, you can't see that. Down here we have, I don't really want to show you because the floor is really dirty and I don't want you to see the floor. Well, I could just censor it. We have some mustard, some Dulce flakes that I forget what they are and what to do with them, but they make things taste like sea. Artichokes for pizza, specifically. Dijon mustard. We can use that for the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese recipe uses Dijon mustard, I think. We have some veggie bouillon, my savior, my love, my life. Some sriracha. Gotta have it, gotta love it. Why did I forget that it's a wide angle lens and I could fit a lot in the frame at the same time? In here we have vegan mayonnaise, some ice cold Zevia to crack open with the boys. Vegan ranch, this is the best ranch other than Just Ranch, which everyone knows just like disappeared off the planet. I don't even know. I have no idea. Someone let me know. What's the status, the current status of Just Ranch? Sweet chili sauce, most iconic sauce, like to exist maybe? Like not even, that's not a joke. That is like quite serious. Bragg's, also pretty sick. Some kombucha that I bought on sale that I don't know if it's any good, but we'll find out. Ketchup, tamari that's almost gone. This, I think I need to throw this out, so maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but I want to get like 5 more of these containers because they're so nice to make like pre-made sauces and then just have them for the week and squirt them on everything. We got some soyaki teriyaki sauce. We got some hoisin that I like to cook with. Earth Balance vegan buttery spread. That is the most iconic vegan butter in my opinion. Also some random sriracha packets from the Pho restaurant. And I guess that's it. So I guess that's everything in the pantry and the fridge. If you want me to do, well, I definitely will do it. I definitely want to do like a kitchen tour video also eventually when I finish organizing the rest of the kitchen areas. I had initially thought to do like seasonings and other things that are in other areas of the kitchen in this video, but turns out this video is already gonna be like super long as it is. So I will probably just include those things in like an actual kitchen tour video. A lot of people were asking about like my plates and bowls in previous videos and where they're from, and like I can talk about my different like appliances or whatever. So let me know if you're interested in that video. And yeah, hopefully you got some ideas, tips, or entertainment from this video. Subscribe to this channel and put on notifications if you want to know when I upload a new video. I upload them sometimes. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.